Hi guys, I'm using some new lights today and all I can see is spots in the viewfinder I'm like, hopefully I'm in focus, but who knows, I've got some very bright lights down this side. It's a work in progress. So today we're going to try some new stuff. First of all, I have a couple of things that are new, but also some stuff that I've shown in different videos that maybe you've missed because they were kind of within vlogs. So the first thing, I recently picked up a couple of things from The Ordinary because so many people have asked me to review this stuff, and I've struggled to get my hands on the things that I wanted to try, but ASOS now sell it apparently, which is where I bought it from. So I'll link the things that I've bought below. But the one I'm trying in this is the High Spreadability Fluid Primer. And I have not tried this yet. This will have been £5 or £6, I think. That's around the price that I paid for each of the items. Haven't even opened it out of the packaging. It looks like this. And it looks like this. Not what I expected at all. It's like very fluidy, but clear, and in a pipette-y kind of bottle. So let's see. Okay, so it's really, really liquidy. And it seems to be absorbing really quickly as well. So like as I leave it to dry, it's got that kind of silicone-y texture, but it feels like it's absorbing. We'll see. I have been trying a little bit with, oh my goodness, I'm getting it everywhere. Okay, that's not smart. I've been trying a little bit with kind of Professional and all those kinds of primers recently. This is weird. It's like Professional if you melted it down. That's how it feels. But like I say, it feels like it's absorbing in a different way. Like it becomes less kind of that greasy silicone-y texture the more I work it into my skin. It's so confusing. It says it's a surface smoother and primer. Spreadability enhancing, lightweight surface smoother primer. So high spreadability, is that supposed to mean that the products I put on top of this will be easier to spread? Well, my first impression of the Fenty Beauty foundation from Rihanna was positive. I liked it, but the more I used it, the more I thought, I'm not 100% about this because it is, I mean, I saw really mixed reviews which were confusing because obviously different people with different skin types. I don't know what it is about this camera, but I've lost a clip again. I don't know whether I lost it or whether I never filmed it, but just imagine in this clip right now, I am applying foundation. You are not going to believe what just happened. So, I was attempting, in fact, let me just put these lights back on. I was attempting to change the colour because it looked super, super yellowy, and I don't know how this is going to look, but it looks like that in the viewfinder. And it is really too deep for me, this foundation, but we'll talk about that in a second. So I was attempting to do that. Everything seemed to be going wrong, couldn't record anything. Suddenly couldn't press the record button, wouldn't take a picture, wouldn't do anything. My camera was like hating me. And then we had 2 deliveries that were our deliveries. And then we had a delivery that was for either side of us, neighbours. An Amazon guy came. And the Amazon guy has just had me for at least 15 minutes standing on my doorstep while he called head office because something to do with a geocode. I feel like he's going to come back. I can hear the dogs barking. Insane, absolutely insane. For other people's packages. So when I first tried this Fenty Beauty, the foundation by the way is called Pro Filter Soft Matte Long Wear Foundation. What I found was that one layer definitely gave me the most natural finish that I could get. This, like I say, is definitely too warm, too deep for me, but obviously that's just the fault of the person that colour matched me, and it was launch day, it was very busy, yada yada. But the foundation itself does look nice. It feels fresh. It's just if you were looking for the most natural finish, I would probably say stick with one layer, but I do like it. It, like I say, doesn't look super matte when you first put it on. It definitely has a slightly dewy or at least natural finish. But let's move on to something else. I have been going through my makeup collection and I found 2 concealers that I know I purchased because I wanted to talk about them, review them. Over the past few months I've been doing that a lot and then just never doing it because I just didn't have the, not the wherewithal, but I just didn't have the, what's the word, motivation to get up and do it. But I'm feeling very motivated at the moment. The first one is the Lasting Perfection Correction Concealer in, I think this must be called yellow, oh, lemon. And I'm going to just put those around the areas that I have redness, obvs. I obviously originally liked the original formula of this, But as with most people, I feel like is the word of today. As with most people, I found it to be a little bit dry for around my eyes. So I stopped using it because that's where I liked to use foundation, or concealer, sorry, the most. Wow, this is not the most blendable concealer in the world. It's a lot kind of thicker than I remember it. And bearing in mind, I am using a damp beauty blender. This is kind of optimum blendability. That is not great. Did I just apply way too much? I don't even think that that would have made loads of difference, to be honest. Oh, and the sun just went in. Excellent. That has gathered all around my pores here, all around the dry areas that I was trying to cover up where I've had breakouts. It's not a winner. Against my previous advice, I'm actually going to put a little bit more foundation over the top of that to hopefully disguise the fact that that concealer was horrid. And although it does look better than it did a minute ago, it did just confirm to me that I wouldn't layer this foundation. It's definitely buildable, but I wouldn't. I've closed the blind. It's obviously just come to that time of year where natural light cannot be depended on. I've got the Illamasqua Gel Sculpt in Silhouette, which I've had for a while but not used very much. And it's basically, as you might imagine, a gel contour. These are the areas that I've decided, through a little bit of practice recently, I quite enjoy contouring. One of my lights just died. So that is really natural, I think. It's just a little bit of shadow. Like I say, I can't see anything because I have effectively got stars in my eyes, but I think it's quite natural. I'm going to set that with the Revolution Pro Fix Oil Control Fixing Spray. I'm not going to blot this one down like I usually do. For those of you that have missed that, I usually kind of blot any kind of setting spray just because I want to see how this actually sets. Anything that's oil control, I'm always really disappointed when it leaves that shiny film because it completely defeats the purpose. So let's just see how this dries down. I'll be back with you like 3 minutes. We're back to the future again. I have no idea what this is all about, but I do know that I was quite happy with that setting spray. It didn't leave the same kind of shiny film that the Urban Decay De-Slick does, and I would recommend it. We are going to move on to eyes. I probably should do highlighter, but I kind of like to do that last. I feel like that's like a last frosting, if you will. For my eyes, I'm going to use the Naked Heat palette because I've hardly used this. I swatched it, I used it a little bit and was like, oh yeah, this is lovely. And then I realised that most of these colours are not colours that I would reach for very often. They are, I really like a warm kind of brick colour, but not an entire palette of them. It's too much. So there are some colours in here that I would absolutely love. I really enjoy these first 3. Warm neutrals, warm matte neutrals especially. In fact, the first 4. These are, I just like that in a little compact palette, amazing. Then I like really all the matte shades. I think that the metallic ones are a little bit much for me, but I'm going to try something a little bit different. I don't want it to look too red and in your face, but different. Okay, I'm going to go for He Devil. Yeah, that one. I'm going to use that one. Can you see all the crazy lights right now? I'm going to use that one in my crease. This is why us hooded eye folks have such a problem, because you don't have to just put it on evenly looking like this. It has to be like even when you drop your eye, which it never is. I remember once upon a time like measuring it against my eyebrow rather than from my lid. Okay, I'm gonna go in with the, you know, this kind of, I'm gonna go in with the matte creamy kind of colour, just to slightly blend that out and make it look less crazy. Then I'm going to use this, which I think means fire. It's like lumbre. I have no idea. I think it means fire. It's kind of like a rose gold kind of colour. And then Ember, which is the very last shade. Put that there so you can see it a little bit better. That shade I'm going to do right in the corner. That is actually a really pretty colour. It's like an unexpected duochrome, like a browny, purpley gorgeousness. Then I'm going to use that very lightish shade right in the corners of my eyes. And I'm going to put on my liquid liner and come back to you. This is the B Duo liner. I just know we're going to save a lot of time if I do that. I just realised that I never put on my under eye concealer, which was not an intentional decision, but probably was for the best. The Illuminating Touch Under Eye Brightener from Collection is what I have. And this is this like Oh, wow, that hardened up right nice. I think I only used this a handful of times. Don't know if I'm actually going to get anything out of this at all. I feel like this product was not meant to be put together with a brush. So I bought this because at the time it wasn't that easy. It wasn't kind of readily available within the UK to get the Maybelline Under Eye Brightener. And that's the Age Rewind one. You can actually now get that. So of the two, I would still recommend the Maybelline one, but I'm glad I tried it. It's not terrible. It definitely doesn't feel heavy or dry like the other collection one. But I still prefer the Age Rewind. I don't know what is going on with this. Okay, so what I probably should not be doing right now is trying false lashes, because I do not have this kind of time. We have taken a long time to film this one video, but I really, really wanted to try this, and this is part of the reason that I was filming the video, because I did just get all of the new Benefit fake eyelashes, and I thought I would want to give them a go. So, bear in mind I don't do false eyelashes, ever. It also comes with a roller lash, so I'm going to put that on first. It has a little insert in here so I can see what the lashes look like. So that is this one, Daily Darling. Oh, how cute is that? So it's just like a before and after. Oh my goodness, I actually love that packaging so much. Then there is the Girly Up Lash, the Debutante Lash, the Pin Up Lash, the Prima Donna Lash, and finally the Going Solo Lash. And the Going Solo lashes are like individual lashes. I do not have the skill or patience for that, so we're going to try something different. I'm actually going to go for the Daily Darling because it's got a slightly, is that the one I said I was going to go for originally? I can't remember. It's got a slight flare to it. There's also, what's this called? Invisible Lash Glue, Real False Lashes. So it's another kind of extension of the They're Real range, I'm assuming. So it's 48-hour latex-free lash glue. You glue girl. Okay. Let me just open this first of all, because when I first saw that there was a glue, I really wondered whether or not there was going to be glue inside the packet, and I really hope there is. No, there isn't. So you have to buy the lashes and the glue as two things. So I'm supposed to put on a little bit of mascara first, right? Let's do that with the roller lash. Is this something that I should really be up against a mirror doing? Especially since I'm a beginner. I don't know. But I've got some tweezers, because I've seen people use tweezers for these things. Okay, so that seems pretty flexible. I don't think that I need to trim it. I'm going to put on the glue. Oh, I've lost it! I've had this lash for like 30 seconds. Where'd it go? Crisis averted. It was on my knee. Okay, so I'm just going to hold it with my fingertips instead of the tweezers, because I don't think they were quite grabbing how they should. So, am I right in thinking thin line of glue, and then am I supposed to wait for the glue to get tacky? I remember some things. I've just realised that I was going to apply it to the wrong eye, so that's something. This is like the wrong hand. Why am I doing this with my left hand? That is all wrong because it's on the left eye. It's hard doing this and trying to get it on film and not knowing how to do this. I feel like this would be easier if my eyelashes weren't mascaraed and in the way. Is it supposed to attach to my lashes or my eyelid? Oh no. I think it's too close to my inner. Okay, that's definitely more attached to my eyelid than my lashes. I feel like that's not the right thing. They're on. I think, as you can see, it's not clear just yet. I needed quite a bit more glue than I put on initially, and I definitely needed to be very, very close to a mirror and not filming myself whilst I was doing it, but I got them on. If they weren't that difficult, we'll see how this glue dries. I'm definitely going to need to tidy up my liquid liner, but I like them. It feels really weird, not comfortable, because I don't do this. How do people wear lashes all the time? This seems to be a big thing on YouTube, that people always wear eyelashes. I mean, I don't have the patience for it, I don't have the time, but I don't think I could wear these day in, day out. I suppose it's not just on YouTube, people do this though, right? Let me know in the comments if you wear eyelashes, like on the regular. Okay, so while we're waiting for that to dry, I will do my powder, which it became very obvious whilst I was doing that I wasn't wearing any powder, I'm going to use the Vichy Derma Blend, what is this called? Setting powder. This is amazing. This is, I don't think it's that expensive. I used to think this was like super expensive. I forget how much it is off the top of my head, but I will link it below. It's kind of like mid-range, but obviously it's going to last a really long time because it's a loose powder. It is amazing. I've tried other ones. I've tried different ones that are supposed to do the same kind of thing as this, really blurring and beautiful thing. No, this is like soft focus. If you've done something and it just doesn't look quite right, or like for example today, I've got a lot of texture in my skin that kind of is being exaggerated by the foundation, which 100% it is the layering that makes it not work for me. This will kind of just disguise all of that. It is 100% amazing. Soft focus, like a filter. The colour, my camera does not know where to put itself. It's orange one minute, it's blue the next. This is basically the get ready with me that went wrong. So pretty. Then we're gonna do the highlight, which is also Fenty Beauty. So this one I've used quite a few times. This is Lightning Dust and Fire Crystal, and the duos are called the Kilowatt. Is it just called the Kilowatt? Freestyle Highlighter Duo. I think Kilowatt is the name of the highlighters though, because I think I've seen Kilowatt in different ones. Maybe not. Maybe Kilowatt is this one. I don't know. So there are two in here. One of them is more that kind of subtle, sheeny highlight that I usually go for. I'm going to use both. I'm going to use this one, kind of more this area, and then I'm going to use that really, also maybe I may do the highlight there. I'm going to use the super sheeny frosty one there. So this is my favourite one. This is Lightning Dust, which just gives that really pretty glow. I'm trying to find the best place to put this. I mean, this I still have a problem with. I don't have like a bag as such, but I do have, this is kind of a texture. It's like a, it's not smooth, this area, and more so on this side than on this side, but this is not my good side. I think we can tell. Can we all agree this is not my good side? Something happens to my eyes. When I was a kid, my mum took me to the doctor because she thought I had, is it a lazy eye? You know, when your eyes kind of like goes into the middle. She thought that's what I had. And the doctor said it was because I had a really wide bridge of my nose. And I've still got quite a wide nose, but they said it was an optical illusion. So there's pictures of me. My mum caught it on film where it definitely looks like one of my eyes is going into the corner of my eye. And it wasn't. It was just because my nose is so wide. Then I'm going to use the super highlighty highlight just there. But like trying to slightly avoid the crow's feet because this is a super frosty one. These are the things when I spoke about kind of makeup over 30 or just, you know, more mature skin. It's not about not being able to do things. It's just about learning how to do them for your new face, because your face changes. It does. It's different than it was a long time ago. And when I first started doing makeup, certain things worked and now they don't. That is just the way of things. So I'm going to check the glue now. I feel like it should be dry. Okay, so it's not bad, but it's not 100% clear. You see, you can see that. So I'm going to just go over that a little bit with a different liner. I don't think that felt tip's going to work so well. I need something more liquid. But it'll do. It'll do for a person who doesn't really know what they're doing. I was just looking in the mirror over there. I wasn't like, it'll do. I don't hate it. And I really like the eye makeup actually. As you can imagine, it's quite frustrating to not understand why footage is gone. I think I'm just going to stop using this camera. I like the quality of it. I really like the picture. Everything looks really clear and it's a little bit different to my other one. But I'm obviously losing clips left, right and centre. I want to still upload this video because the rest of it I really want to share with you. But I'm missing a big chunk off the end. The lipstick that I'm wearing the Urban Decay Naked Lip Liner and the Urban Decay Hitchhike lipstick over the top, which I'm really enjoying because it's kind of like a slight improvement on the nude that I've been wearing over the summer. It's a more brick red that I'm really enjoying wearing. It's a really nice formula as well. The foundation I probably touched on, I can't remember because, you know, I no longer have that clip, but it's not good enough for me. For the price, I would definitely say that there are other ones out there that you can get. There's £26 for a foundation. It's not cheap.
It's not amazing, it didn't wow me, and yeah. Unless there's kind of a particular shade that you're looking for that you can't find elsewhere, because I know Fenty Beauty is a big thing, 40 different shades, you know, I wouldn't recommend you buying it if you find it quite easy to find a shade that fits you. Hilariously, the shade that I got didn't match me, but if you find foundation shades that match you quite easily, I wouldn't recommend Fenty Beauty foundation because I don't think that it's all that, but I love the highlighter so much. I think that's an amazing product. I'm quite enjoying Benefit lashes actually. Initially I was saying I can't believe that people can wear these all day every day, but the more I've worn it, the more comfortable it is, and now until I was editing this I kind of forgot I was wearing it. It doesn't feel like anything anymore. So I get it. They are comfortable, and I would say that they weren't that difficult to apply for a beginner. It was just more difficult for me because I was trying to do it on camera, which is always more difficult. But yeah, sorry that the video was missing so much. Hopefully this kind of wound it all up to a close for you, and thanks for sticking with me. Anyway, I will probably revert to my old camera for the next few videos, but yeah. It's a real disappointment because this lens is great, but it's not worth losing so much footage. So yeah, sorry and thank you. Bye.